Hi, I'm Laura Coyle, and one of my favorite new features in Adobe Illustrator 2025 is Scale Artwork with Artboard. It's already saving me lots of time. And I'm going to show you how to use it and a few things to avoid so you don't make the same mistakes I did when I first tried it. And I've also got a special workflow just for pattern designers, so let's check it out. You'll find this feature when you're in Artboard editing mode. So you need to click on the Artboard tool to get there. And then up in the top control bar, we see some tools and settings for Artboard mode. Here's the new one, Scale Artwork with Artboard. And you can just turn this off and on by clicking on it. Right next door is Move Copy Artwork with Artboard. And this has been here for a long time. But scaling art is the new thing. So turn this on, it'll be darkened. And if you don't have your control bar open here, just go to your window menu and turn on control. And then you can also find these settings in the Properties panel. So I'll go over to the Properties panel, and if you're in Artboard editing mode, you'll see these checkboxes here, Move Artwork with Artboard and Scale Artwork with Artboard. So I'll just close the Properties panel. And what I have here, let's just go back out, and I'll show you I have a pattern fill swatch applied to a rectangle and a solid filled rectangle. And then back in Artboard editing mode, here's how it works. I'm just going to hold down on the Shift key because I want to scale this proportionately, and I'll grab the handle at the corner of the artboard and I can just scale it. Easy as that. And all the art scales along with the artboard. Now, just a quick aside, there is a setting for scaling pattern fills. So if you go into Preferences, you want to have this checkbox checked, Transform Pattern Tiles, in order to have those scale along with your artboard. And you can also scale the artboard out of proportion, like this. And everything scales and updates. So this is great, so useful. Now let's take a look at another practical usage of this. And this is one of my favorite things. So I have a seamless repeat pattern tile here. It's on an artboard, and the artboard is cropping the artwork perfectly to make this a seamless repeat unit. And then if I look at this in outline mode, you can see this is all vector art here on the artboard. And this is one of those typical things where you have a repeat that you just want to change the size of it. So the first step is to go into Artboard mode by clicking on the Artboard tool. And then if we look up here, we want to make sure that we have Scale Artwork with Artboard turned on. And then in the 9 block icon here, I have the upper left reference point chosen. So I know that everything will scale out here toward the right and downward. And that way it won't interfere with any artboards I may have over here on the left side. I also want to go over to the width and height box here and just make sure that these are constrained by turning on the lock icon. And then what I want to do is just place my cursor in the width field. And right now it's 5.5499. And I'd like to round this up. So I'm just tapping the up arrow on my keyboard, and let's go all the way up to 6 inches. And it just scales all the artwork along with the artboard, and I can show you how this is still going to be repeating seamlessly. But first, let's take a look right down here. You can see this little green star, and it hasn't been scaling with the artboard, and that's because it was just a hair outside of the artboard and not touching it. So this is just a reminder that your art either has to be touching the artboard or grouped with something that's touching the artboard, or it won't scale. Now let's go back up to the width and height, and look here, we have a height that is 6.2802 inches, and I want to round that as well. So to do this, I'm going to have to click on the icon to make sure this is unconstrained, and I can just work independently here with the height. So I'm just going to go down to 6 1/4 like that with my arrow key, and again, the artwork is scaled. Even though it's slightly out of proportion to where it was before, it's still going to repeat seamlessly. So this for pattern designers just makes the whole process so much easier. Let me just exit out of Artboard mode so I can show you that. And I'll move this little green star out of the way. Now when I export this, I'm using Save for Web, but I'm not going over the details right now. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, because I have other tutorials about this. But once I export the tile, I can go ahead and open it up in Photoshop and use Photoshop's pattern preview just to check and make sure that it's seamless. So even after I scaled it and even did it a little bit out of proportion with Scale Artwork with Artboard, the result is seamless, and that's great. So that's one of the ways I'm really getting a lot of use out of this new feature. Okay, so here's another use case. This is a flyer that I want to scale, and I'm showing you this to highlight some important points you need to know when scaling your artboards. So I have my rulers on here, and I can see that this is less than 4 inches wide, and I want this to be a letter-sized flyer, so I'm going to scale it up. I'll click on the Artboard tool to get into Artboard editing mode, and then making sure that Scale Artwork with Artboard is turned on, and my proportions are locked here. And then over in the width value, I'm just going to type in 11 inches and hit the tab key. Now let's back out a little bit and see what we have. And this is where the problem can happen. It's now overlapping another artboard in my file. So this is what you don't want to do. Just be mindful of where the other artboards are in your file, because if I try to remedy this and move these apart, it's going to get really messy. So I'm going to back out by undoing here, like that. Then I'm going to go back up here and change the reference point to the upper right corner, and then go back, type in 11 inches, and now it's not tangled up with any other artboards. Let's zoom in just a little bit so we can see this better. And we'll look at some other things that you really need to watch out for here. So first, we have an image. So when you do this, make sure that if you're enlarging images, that you have enough resolution, because that's going to change when you enlarge the photos. Effects like this drop shadow will also scale as you scale your artboard. I've got a text effect here. This shape behind the text is also scaling with the text. Another thing, all of our type has scaled as you would expect, and that's a good thing. But sometimes you may want to check up here in the top control bar. I can see the font is now 64.453, so you may just want to, round that down just to neaten it up. And another thing that has scaled are these line weights here. So to begin with, these line weights were 1 point for the thicker line and 0.5 point for the thinner line. And if I go up here to the stroke field, we can see that's 2.9297 pixels. And so the stroke weights have scaled here. And this is interesting because if you know that setting in preferences, and I'm going to open that up right now, it's scale, strokes, and effects. You can see here mine is unchecked. So my preference here is that I'm not scaling my strokes particularly, and yet Scale Artwork with Artboard completely ignores my setting. So interestingly, in the case of effects, I kind of want those things to be scaled, but I might want to be able to choose not to scale my strokes. And in this case, I don't have that choice. Now, this is something that may change as this feature evolves, but it's good to know now because, for a flyer, this looks good. But if this were a technical drawing and I wanted to maintain that 1 point line weight throughout my drawing and still scale it, I really don't have the option to do that. I'm going to scale it with the artboard, then I would have to come back and change those line weights. So it's good to be aware of that. All right, well, I hope this helps you scale your artwork and your artboards together, finally. Thanks for watching. I'm Laura Coyle, and I teach Adobe Illustrator here on YouTube and in my online learning community. If you're ready for more Illustrator tips and tricks, head over to lauracoylecreative.com and join my email list. You'll get a free welcome gift and my best Illustrator tips sent straight to your inbox. And I'll see you in the next video.